Hello fellow engineers and welcome back to Trailmakers. Now today we are back in the danger zone, one of the testing areas that has a large area of water where we can do some more speed tests. So I thought in previous videos we conquered the on-water speed record. Is that what it's called? The fastest boat thing? I don't know. We then did under the water where we built a supersonic submarine, and now I sort of wanted to go in between. I've always wanted to try and build a hydrofoil in this game. And if you've never seen a hydrofoil before, you are in for a treat. They are very cool. So first off, we're going to start with a cockpit, purely based on the name. That's where our little dude will be a passenger. And next, I feel like we need to make this look like a boat initially. And then I'm going to add the hydrofoil stuff underneath. So perhaps we need some buoyancy first. So maybe we can shove one of those on the front, one of those on the back. Then we just make ourselves a little bit more aerodynamic. Right, and that's basically our boat. I'll probably have to fill in that stuff. Maybe make it a bit wider. I don't know. But next for the hydrofoil bit, we're going to use something I've never used before. These, the tubes. A range of tube blocks that can be connected. Now, as I don't really know how these work, I might shove one in and then go to advanced up here and turn on Aerodynamics, and we can see how they work. So that way round, they're really poor aerodynamically. What if we rotate? Oh, they're a bit better that way round. Okay, that's interesting. Can we rotate them? Yeah, that way. So that we can shove them underneath. Ah, you can see the short one. It's slightly steeper, and you can see... Can you see those yellow arrows? They're moving at different speeds. I think basically the faster they go, the less drag there is. So I don't think we'll use that long one. We'll use these short ones. All right, so then I want to connect these onto my hydrofoils. And what I'm going to use, I think, a large paddle underwater. Yeah, as usual, I haven't really think this through. I'm doing it on the fly, so we'll see how it we'll see how it ends up. So that connects at the front. So we'll move that about there. And I think I want these to go up and down. It's going to be like a balance to sort of get this to sit in the water. So I need to come into mechanic, this one, and then I can pick the right sort of block. Probably a steering hinge. So that sits there, okay. I just need something to go in this corner. So I think a little wedge like that. Perfect. All right, next I've just got to configure this to go up and down. So I want that to be W and S. And then I can copy that onto all four of these legs. Alright, next we want some propulsion. So I'm sort of thinking these rear ones, maybe I can make them a bit wider. So if we push those out wide. And then what do we want to use for propulsion? I know we've done speed tests before with the underwater propeller, but there is also an outboard motorboat engine. Oh wow, that's a lot of bad aerodynamics. I'll tell you what, I am going to delete that. And I think we'll stick with these ones. So let's rotate and then try and decide where we want these to go. Probably just down the middle. Right, so let's see how this gets on. It looks shit. It looks so bad. Right, so we expected it to sink. Yep, that's right. But once we get moving, I think the hydrofoil stuff should start to work. Unfortunately, we can't turn left and right. We're about to topple over as well. Right, okay, let's go. Ooh, ooh. Oh, it's working. It's worked straight away. Yes. We made a hydrofoil. I haven't even moved my legs. Yeah, so basically I can sort of move the flaps about to get myself higher or lower in the water. Obviously, if we go low, we just become a boat and we're not hydrofoiling anymore. We got to try and ride the hydroplane. So we're going 29 miles an hour. If we go a little bit higher... I'll tell you what, I might need a controller for this. My keyboard control isn't great. As soon as I press, like, the W key, I'm like, whoop. Somewhere in there's like a 32 miles an hour. So we will go faster if we can get slightly out of the water. Alright, I'm pretty impressed with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press build. And we're going to try our best to try and get rid of as many of these arrows as we can. And if we can't get rid of them, we'll just try and make them green. Now, first off, I feel like it's probably a bit overkill to have these massive pontoons. I think if we can move straight away, we're not going to be worrying about sinking. So I'm going to delete all of that. We're going to move this down. Then we're going to go into the aerodynamic blocks. And rather than these normal ones, which are just fairly aerodynamic, I'm going to scroll right to the end where we've got these way steeper ones. Like this 4x1 wedge and extremely aerodynamic block. So we'll shove that on the front. Not that orientation. And not through my bloke's head. He's getting a good look at the aerodynamics there. Right, so we'll shove 2 of those on the front. And we probably want to go underneath as well. But the thing with going underneath is I need joints underneath that we can connect to. So what I might actually do is just copy these straight down. So now we've got that. It looks the most aerodynamically stupid thing ever. But the way this game works, it doesn't matter if there's like that cavity in there for all the air to get trapped. It only matters that there's a very steep slope on the wedge at the front. So that's actually just as good as doing that. You can see the green lines are no different. So although I want to do this for the looks, I'm not an architect. I'm going to do things that actually help us engineeringly. I'm just working within the constraints of the game, not real life. So if we do that, we've then got blocks underneath which we can connect our arms to. Now, I don't think I want to use these yellow beams. As fun as they were, I feel like it actually makes more sense to try and just use wedges the whole way down. So if we were to copy that, now we've got a massive slope, but as you can see, there's exclamation marks on them because they're not connected to each other. But we can fix that fairly easy if we go into frame. I think if we use these, the grid blocks, they are the lightest blocks you can get that allow you to connect to all sides. So we can just plop those in like that. And now they're all connected together. It doesn't matter, like, they don't look very structural. That's not a thing in this game either. As long as they're connected, they're solid. Right, so next, I'm thinking we need a way to connect these guys up. So we probably don't want to use those blocks. I'll delete those. I'm wondering if we were to do that. That sort of works quite nicely. So that's in. You can see the length of those arrows are the same as these ones. So they're just as aerodynamic. And to be honest, as I'm not using a controller, we could even lose the steering hinges completely. And just try that. It sort of looks like an F1 car now. So I'm sort of thinking if we went under there, that's good. But can we connect more behind it? No. And if you leave a gap, you can see the aerodynamic comes back in. Whereas if they're like way behind each other, like touching nose to arse, if you want to describe it like that, there's no aerodynamic decrease in the design. But I could grab both of those and do that. That works. And it gives me a way to connect this one now. So if I were to just grab another grid block. So I've just copied those grid blocks down and we're all connected. Right, nice. I'll copy these back. So we'll go to about there for this design. If I remember correctly, we should just be able to fill in all of this with those sorts of blocks. So basically we want as fewer blocks as possible because we do have a limit on how many parts we can use. So I think although these are quite heavy, because they're so much bigger than the grid blocks, I think it's actually the best way of doing this. All right, and then we'll just have that at the back. And that should work in the same way. It looks weird. It looks pretty stupid, but it should work. I tell you what, actually, I can get rid of that grid block and just move all of that forward once. There you go. All right, the final thing, we got loads of yellow down there. So I think we can just copy these down. So nearly there. We do need to do another layer underneath, annoyingly. But as we found out last time, we can use these. So this is a flat connector. They go right on the outside and they connect like that with no badness to the aerodynamics. I'm sure there's a word for what I'm trying to say. Badness to the aerodynamics. What am I on about? But let's give this a go. Remember, it's going to sink straight away. So we're going to have to be quick getting into it. All right, so there we go. Oh, it's off. It's a bit too quick. And we died. Right, maybe we do need some steering. Right, there you go. That's pretty good. It's really not stable though. Right, I think unfortunately we're gonna have to lower the old flaps down. I think they're just too high. They need to be like, well, probably like there for this to work. And I think going wider could be better as well. So tell you what, I'm gonna get rid of that flat connector. I'm gonna copy these twice. So 1, 2. So that allows us to connect those, but it also allows us to do something else a bit later on if we want. We could do another row of propellers. And then I can delete these middle blocks because we don't actually need them anymore. No, that is a lie. I do need them because I need to keep the underwater propellers connected, Matt, you idiot. But we do need to move these propellers down to be level with the front ones. So they're all the way down there. Blimey. Now, these aren't going to be the easiest thing to connect. I don't even know how I'm going to do it, if I'm honest. I know we need that at the front. Oh, yes, I'll tell you what. We could rotate these on their side like that. Right, there we go. Let's try this out then. So back into build F. Right, so we're... Oh, look at that. That's super stable. Ish. Not quite stable. Oh, God, we're going underwater. All right, back to the surface. Right, okay, it's cool. It's cool. I don't think we're going to break any speed records, though. We're barely hitting 80 miles an hour, or it all goes a little bit mental. However, now we're at the point where we can add loads more engines without any downside on the aerodynamics. We do another row of engines, because that will double our speed, hopefully. Do the same on this side. And we should just be able to get away with, rather than doubling all of these, if we move them all over one, and then copy them all to this side, and all the engines are connected still, there's just one little gap missing, which is fine. We can massively save on parts at the front, so let's delete those. We can just use this one, the 4x4 wedge, because that's only one part rather than four. It's just 4 times wider. Alright, so there we go. The front is done. We've got our fins and everything. We've just got to do the back. Now for the back, rather than using these blocks, which will slow us down, I'm thinking if I can put these behind the propellers, maybe there, we should just be able to do a grid block like that to connect. And yeah, then we're all connected. Nice. We'll just do the same for this side. Grab this grid block, copy over to there, and then we're all connected. So let's see how fast this is, see if it's still stable, because I've made the rear ones a little bit narrower, which is a bit sketchy. But if all is good, we can just extend backwards and add more power. So, we've definitely got more speed. We're 135-ish miles an hour. Perhaps I do need the up and down control. Although no, there you go. We're stable. We are stable. 143 miles an hour. Hydrofoiling. I'm also thinking maybe I should move my hydrofoils up, because my propellers are nearly out of the water. So let's do that actually. Let's move all of these up one. We'll see. Does that make a difference? Yeah, look, that's way faster. 155, 156. I feel like our front hydrofoils aren't actually doing anything. Is this just a boat at this stage? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, now we grab all of this. We move it way back. Then we grab these and we copy backwards. Then we reattach these. Nice. And we see if this still works. We might need more foils like down the middle, but we'll see what happens. Oh god, we went deep. We went too deep. Right, the trouble is we keep starting too far away from the front. Yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. Perhaps then we could replace all of these with the buoyant thing. The hull blocks. How big are they? They're pretty big. But I think we could actually save parts. So let's delete all of these. Right, here we go. We could do this. We could just copy these hull blocks all the way to the back. Because that works. Although, is that really a hydrofoil? I don't know. But let's press B. It should at least float now. Oh! It very much floats. Nice. And you can actually see where it's sitting when it's not moving. And this will tell us if we are still a hydrofoil. So when we move, hopefully, if we zoom out a tad, yeah, we're sitting much higher in the water, at least at the front. Oh, and look at the speed now. 267. That's a bit of an increase. All right, let's go back to build. I do actually want to see if I were to make these wider. Because I've just realized, actually, I can do that pretty easy. I can delete those. I can move these outwards. And then I can just shove on there a super aerodynamic block. Not that orientation game, this one. All right, so let's see. Does that raise... Oh, that doesn't actually raise the back up at all. And it just makes us way slower. Interesting. Okay. So we'll go back to our previous design, which is basically that. And then we're going to try and copy all of this. Sort of looks like a lobster. So if we move all of that backwards, then we just copy all of these. Because as you know, just like in real life, if you want to make something faster, you just add more engines. That's all you need to do. Right, then we just stitch the end up and we're good to go again. Right, so we are in a super long hydrofoil. Look at that. We are hydrofoiling away. Oh god, there's a snowy island. Ooh. Oh, we could go over it. We're going over it. Screw you, island. Oh no, we've lost our flaps. We've lost our flaps. We're no longer a hydrofoil. We're just a hydro. Right, so top speed of this, 367 miles an hour. That's not great, actually. I feel like I added a lot of power there, and it didn't do much. I don't think we're anywhere near the limit. It usually tells us, like, parts, like how complex we can go. So let's move our lobster tail out the way, and then we'll add more of those. Right, we finally got the complexity of the vehicle warning come up. We're like halfway. So we can actually make this twice as long as it currently is. So we might actually get a sonic boom. I think. Let's get in. We'll see if that is the case. Unfortunately, I can't even see the front of this. So we'll just have to try and watch from here. 485-ish miles an hour. We're definitely aquaplaning though. I think we can relatively confidently say that. So let's make our vehicle longer. Although, is that the end of the level? Can you see those lines there? That grid? We might not be able to go beyond that. We will try though. Alright, I think we're all good. The grid seems to be moving back whenever we get closer to it. Oh, although there is the end. We can't go any longer than that. Can we go any further forwards maybe? We'll just connect this up. So that is all connected. Let's go to the front. Oh yeah, look, we're still... Oh, we can well go to the front. Okay, so we'll grab all of that. And we'll go that way. Stupid game trying to limit me. All right, here we go. We're getting close to the limit now. 641 parts out of 700. So we're not going to be able to add too many more. But I'm going to max it out. That I will promise you. So there you go. 697. We'll just connect the front up. There we go. Oh, God. No. What's happening? I've broken the game again. Oh, dear. The Kraken is in Trailmakers. And it's terrifying. Look at it go. Can I get in this? Where's the front? Right, there it is. Right, we're in. We're in. Look at the speed. Man, why do my ideas always break reality? Right, we're getting over 500 miles an hour at times. I'm going to try and drive forwards and see what happens. Turns out nothing. Right, let's repair. Right, we're good. We're good. We're sort of good. We're Loch Nessing again. We're the Loch Ness monster. Why does this always happen? Right, let's repair. I think we'll just go straight away. Oh no. Right, we are not hydrofoiling. Oh dear. Wow, the game does not like this at all. It keeps flapping me underwater, bloody thing. Alright, let's get... Shall we try and land on it? Ooh! It didn't like that. Alright, let's build while it's going mental in the background still. Right, we'll go... Where is it? It's in blueprints. Previous design. There it is. We'll plonk it in. Right, we're away. We're away. Oh no, we're broken. Oh dear. We are well at the bottom of the sea now. And look, there's my old one. My old one's still going on its own. If I can land on it. There we go. Oh god, reality is not right here. Oh, there's no front. There's no cockpit. Oh, that's the back. That's why. Right, here's the front. Oh, no, there's still no cockpit. Right, we're in. We are in. Let's repair. Now we're flat. We're going. Keep an eye on the speed. Keep an eye on the speed. This is our once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. 600. Oh, no. Oh. There was like all sorts of warnings going on while I was doing that. Like an FPS warning and all sorts. Oh, no. They're Oh, what is going on here? I think we've spawned two of them on top of each other. We've got FPS warnings and everything. Alright, I've just reloaded because I think my FPS was dropping because I had like 10 different ones spawned. Let's go sort of to the middle of the sea. And then let's build one here. Right, and now we're away. Now we're away. 400, 500 miles an hour, 600 miles an hour. Come on, let's get 700. Oh no, it goes mental. Right, there we go. This could be a good run. We're sort of flat. We got to 500 miles an hour. We always go to 6, then it goes underwater, and then it goes mental. Oh dear. Well, I think basically this has ended reality. I feel like it is supersonic. I just can't get the game to not glitch out long enough. It's not having any of it. It's not having any of it. Anyway, guys, that was Trailmakers trying to make a supersonic hydrofoil. Instead, I just broke the game again. Sorry, devs. Anyway, let me know in the comments any ideas I should try next time. But for now, peace, love, and hydrofoils. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.